Hey there, boys and girls. It's your salty Alaskan Rambo. Hey, how about some Alaska news for you today, huh? Yeah, I've actually thought about that a lot. It's like, how much do you really know is going on in your state at any time? It's always you're you're more you're paying attention to what's going on over in Washington D.C. or New York City or Chicago or San Francisco, and all these fucking piss goblins running around with fucking pedo flags and all that shit, and fucking all this fucking, yeah, whatever. Pride should be every day. The Declaration of Independence should be every day. Memorial Day should be every day. Father's Day should be every day. Mother's Day should be every day. Veterans Day should be every single day. People wouldn't be able to have pride without our veterans. Anywho, so some Alaska news popped up. I was wondering what happened to that strip club boat out there. They boated up from Kodiak, and they did it outside of Homer Spit down on the Kenai Peninsula here. And, they got shut down and everything, which is really fucked off and weird because, strip clubs are, full nude strip clubs, everything. We had one here in town until, it got demolished and destroyed because they're going to widen out the highway through that area for like the past 3 decades. Nonsense. I'm actually really know the old owner of Charlie's strip club here in Soldotna, outside of Soldotna. But yeah, the little floating strip club deal that was down here in Kodiak and Homer. Well, there's been a lot of controversy with all that, and the Coast Guard. So what happened? I'm not gonna put up the names. You could look it up online. Go like the Kodiak Coast Guard. There's this dyke-looking, fucking feminist-looking chick that was in charge of all this shit, and then there's actually a couple fucking crusty, pasty white motherfuckers. Not to say, not doing race or anything, but they're fucking Caucasians, okay? It's a description, not a fucking racial issue. It's fucking so retarded. But anyways, there. So what happened is this guy and his wife, they went down. I think it was outside of Seattle or something where they picked up this boat. They remodeled it. It was. They turned it into a strip club for on the water and everything. It was fucking awesome. I was like, fuck yeah, dude. It's fucking freedom. But, yeah, so the Coast Guard, they even had undercover, like, troopers and stuff board the vessel, spend $800 a piece. This is tax dollars at work. All your tax dollars, all Alaskans' tax dollars, all this shit at work with the Coast Guard, the troopers, all these different entities and everything that infiltrate. And they were giving them fines for like sewage dumpage and all that, which is not against the law, especially in water, different depths of waters and everything. But anyways, you could look it all up. It was on Fascist Book. My wife was showing me this morning. And I was like, oh, I was wondering what happened to that, because I thought it was bullshit that they got shut down in the first place years ago. Well, they were still doing it, but anyways, with all the feds and state and Coast Guard, well, the Coast Guard towed it out to like 6,000 feet of water, about 75 miles out of Kodiak, which I'm very familiar with all those waters and Kodiak, and the Coast Guard base. I worked there quite a bit in the past years, and access and everything, just like any other military base and whatnot. But anyways, so they towed it out like 75 miles out and sunk the motherfucker. And another thing too is, so there was a new owner, a person that came up to buy it. They wouldn't let them take it, the new owners of the boat, and it was actually quite the little establishment. used for multiple things and research and stuff like that, but it got turned into a strip club, and I thought that was fucking super duper sweet, you know. I like boobies. I like poo nanny. But anyways, yeah, they drug it out and they purposely sunk it so no one could dive to it, no one could do this or that. They wouldn't relinquish it to the new owner, which it was sold to. Dude man tried to pay all the stupid illegal the fines were not even illegal at all. They were just manufacturing, fabricating all this fucking shit. They, meaning our government, our Coast Guard, our troopers, all this shit, all this tax dollars being spent to do this. And, you know, the conspiracy theory part of it is the original owners of this boat, this strip club boat, have a little daughter that doesn't look like a lizard person, a little girl. And they were trying to get the parents put in federal pound you in the ass prison and stuff, I think, to take the little child for sex trafficking and trafficking in general, which happens all the fucking time. I mean, there's even that battle with my daughter's side of her mom's side of the family, and pedophilia and incest in their family that's going on for over a year now, and it was happening back when my daughter was born too, which is extremely alarming and concerning, which trying to hold your sanity together when your daughter is involved with, you know, a family like that. My wife and I are good. Our kids, I mean, this is my second marriage. I had a daughter before my second marriage, and our kids and our grandkids are amazing. They're raised properly. You know, broken homes never help, but if there's people willing to work together and be parents, and I'm not even my son's biological father, but his father's a piece of shit, and then I'm one of those fathers that tried to always be there for my daughter and has one of those moms. Well, I had to walk away because of the pedo shit and the fucking incest bullshit going on in her family, and they're trying to pin a lot of crap on me. It's all on court documentation when I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? It sounds like they're trying to fucking protect themselves and, you know, pin me under the fucking bus for something that I don't know what the fuck is going on, but you know what's going on when you know what's going on. So it's really difficult not to just go boot ass and fucking take all these fucking pedos and all these fucking simps and all these fucking people that are willing to harm their own children and take them out. Send them to Ukraine. You know, I'd rather just see them fucking not buried on any of them, Alaska land, but, you know, spread their ashes someplace else. Yeah, so there's my conspiracy theory on that. I think they're really trying to get rid of this family and take their kid too and whatnot. And it's just, yeah. So scream it loudly, just in case these parents do disappear out of Kodiak, because that happens a lot in Kodiak here in Alaska towns, just like a lot of other areas. People just disappear. Now, where I grew up, in the Copper River Basin and everything, more not interior, but over on the Valdez side and Glen Allen side, you know, if you didn't ship up, you were shipping out, or you did disappear. And we didn't put up with none of that fucking nonsense and crap where we live, because people live a different life in the woods where you better get along. This is reality. This isn't a concrete jungle. This isn't suburbia where you get to call the fucking cops and be like, oh my gosh, he called me a dirty word, and then you're all cuffed and you go to jail for fucking verbal assault. What the fuck is verbal assault? I thought we all had the freedom of speech. But, you know, you also got to tend to your fucking freedoms in the right way, and I don't take kindly to threats. You come around my fucking area, or it doesn't matter where I'm at, you threaten me, you probably should have thought about that, because when you threaten people and you intent to cause harm or try and cause harm and get physical, you just gave up your right to live. So you think about that next time you threaten people, and the next time that you want to go out and fucking grab on the people's shit, like Ashley Babbitt, her mom in DC, these people yelling and screaming she deserved to die, it wasn't enough, and blah blah blah. Yeah, as a parent that had your kid murdered by your own government and there's no accountability, yeah, I don't have any problem with that. I would have just fucking curb stomped the fuck out of that person with the loudspeaker saying, yeah, your daughter deserved to die, blah blah blah, when that's a fucking veteran you're talking about, Air Force veteran. You're talking to a parent. These people are unhinged. They're obviously suicidal. And I'm not going to stand for it. I will not stand for it. And no one else should either, because this has gotten so out of hand and ridiculous for over 100 fucking years. Everyone needs to wake the fuck up and see what the fuck is going on. Our government is weaponized. It has been for decades upon decades. For 100 years, this two-party fucking system where everyone's segregated all the fucking time. This bullshit. It's constitutional republic, not corporate America. And when it comes to our government, sinking your boats and everything and this and that and trying to take your kids away when there's absolutely no reason for it. Yeah, that's the Gestapo. That's a weaponized government, and it is here. It's been here in Alaska forever. I'm like the last of the Mohicans, even though I'm not Mohican. I'm Cherokee and Alaska, you prick neighbor. Even though I help all my neighbors out and everything, they always come to me for questions and whatnot, and I'm one of the youngest guys in the neighborhood, and I like all of our elders. And respect is a two-way road. So, with that being said, I'm going to go enjoy some more of this rain and wind. Get back on this day, man. Y'all have a good, safe, and happy day out there. Stay salty, stay vigilant, stay frosty. Keep your head on a swivel. And pay attention to what's going on. And do not back down. All you're doing is butterfly affecting everyone else by backing down and not doing what's right. I'm here. I'll do what I can, but it's all up to everyone else to join in and, get your dance on. I ain't talking about in front of little kids. I'm talking about the ones that are dancing in front of little kids and their parents. It's like, no, get rid of this shit. It's right here in our fucking town like crazy. It's in Maui. It's fucking, yeah. Anywho, without saying anything that might incriminate me, oh my gosh, for my freedom of speech and opinions and stuff and my freedom of expression. 2A, baby. We'll see you next time. This is Salty Alaska Rambo out.